Good evening. So, I was not feeling particularly creative today. Um, I've been kind of struggling to find topics. And I told my husband, it's like, I gotta go put together my video and I don't know what to talk about. And so, this is a suggestion, which is a really good one, which is talking about supporting other arts when you are an artist. And that seems kind of like a no brainer. But I think a lot of times we get really caught up in what we're doing, especially in time consuming projects or in passion projects that you're just pouring all of that time into, that we forget to get out there and support other artists' work. And it's such an easy thing to do now. There are so many avenues for finding new artists. I've got a lot of students and former students who are musicians and they're young artists and they're on Spotify. They post their stuff in various outlets, and it is easier than ever to connect with art and artists. And if you're in the schools, I think it's doubly important that you support the other departments, the other art departments within your school. So we have our fine arts department, and within that is the visual arts and performing arts. Um, Visual arts, we have a whole bevy of arts classes. We've got photography, there's your basic art classes, learning about mediums. Um, but there's ceramics, there's photography, there's printmaking, there's so many different things that our kids can get their hands on and get their head around. We have AP art classes, which that wasn't even a thing when I was in school. And they do their own shows and they have their own gallery nights and they put together um, exhibits and exhibitions that go to various other schools and the libraries in town, and they're incredibly active on their own, separate of everything else that the school does. Um, Same thing with our music department, band, choir, orchestra. They are incredibly active. They do parades. They are performing at colleges. They do trips and their own concerts and competitions across the country. So it's easy to forget sometimes when we are in our own little bubble making our own art, to get out and really be there for other artists. Um, I think part of that is, aside from just the time factor that you get really sucked into your own projects, I think in the school setting, unfortunately, there's a little bit of that whole competition, and we got to be on top so we can get the funding dollars. And there's, funding is a dirty word, but really shouldn't be about competition. It should be about cooperation because we have so much to offer each other. Just and for me, if I've said it before, theater encompasses everything. You can get all of the various subjects in a school. I can find a place for it in the theater. I can find a need for it in the theater. I was talking with my kids today. It's exam week, and they were in doing exams, and we were talking about I, we were talking about the build math that they needed for this particular project that they were working on. And they're like, "Oh, I don't do math." I'm like, "You do math every day. You just don't think about it when you're in here. You don't think about it like math." And it's the same thing um, when we're putting together projects. Like, okay, I need painting done. I need print work done. I need programs designed. We need a million other things. We've got those resources. They are right next door. Literally, I could walk across the hall and knock on the door. Um, so take advantage of the the groups around you and support them. They will support you, and your art will grow. Your programs will grow if you are there for each other. It's not a competition. It's cooperation. It's one big sandbox. So have a great night.